Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will discuss problems related to equilibrium of gases and atmospheric pressure. Our first problem is taking into account the variation of gravity with height and assuming that the temperature of the air is constant at all the heights. Temperature of the air is constant, so you can apply Boyle's law in the problem. Prove that at the height x, the pressure P of the air is given by log of P upon P naught is equal to minus G naught into AX upon K into A plus X. Here A is the radius of the earth, K is the constant, which is the ratio of P naught and rho naught. P naught is the pressure at the earth's surface, rho naught is the density at the earth's surface, and G naught is acceleration due to gravity at the surface of earth. Now let us take a point P, which is at a distance x from the earth's surface. This is the radius of earth. This is point on the surface of earth. Point P is at a distance x from the surface of earth. So the distance of point P from the center of earth, that is A plus x. And because we are given gravity is variable here, so by inverse square law we can find the value of gravity at this point, which is given by G is equal to lambda upon this distance whole square. This distance is A plus x, so G will be lambda upon A plus x whole square. Now at this point, which is a point on the surface of earth, here again value of G naught is given by lambda upon A square. We can substitute the value of lambda from here in this equation. From here lambda is given by A square into G naught. So putting the value here, this will become G is equal to lambda, G is equal to G naught into A square upon A plus x whole square. Now differential equation for pressure, that is given by dP is equal to minus rho G dx. Now because temperature is constant, so we can apply Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, when the temperature is constant, the pressure P is equal to K into rho. Here rho is the density. So from here we can find the value of rho, which is P upon K. Substituting the value here, we get dP is equal to minus P upon K into G into dx. Separating the variables and putting the value of G from here in this equation. And now because the variables have been separated, so we can integrate both sides to get the value of P. Integration of 1 upon P, that is log P. And here in this term, the integration of 1 upon A plus x whole square. Other terms G naught, A square, K, these are constants. So integrating the term 1 upon A plus x whole square, its integration will be minus 1 upon A plus x. C is the constant of integration. Now to eliminate C from here, on the surface of earth, here we can see that the value of x is 0. Let us take the pressure at this point is P naught. So let us apply this condition. We put P is equal to P naught and x is equal to 0 here. So this equation becomes log of P naught is equal to G naught A square upon Ka plus C. Let us subtract equations 3 and 4 to eliminate C. So we get log of P upon P naught is equal to G naught A square upon K into 1 upon A plus x minus 1 upon A. Taking LCM and simplifying, finally we have obtained the expression log of P upon P naught is equal to negative of G naught AX upon K into A plus x. So this proves the required result. Now our next problem is a balloon carrying a self-registering barometer records pressure equivalent to H and H1 inches of mercury when it ascends to the heights equal to fraction alpha and alpha 1 of Earth's radius respectively. It means when the height is A alpha, when the distance Z is equal to A alpha, height is H, and corresponding to Z is equal to A alpha 1, the height is H1. This is the barometric height H and H1 at the 2 points Z is equal to A alpha and Z is equal to A alpha 1. We are to prove this expression. To prove this expression, as we discussed in the previous question, let us take this is a point on the surface of Earth. P is a point at a distance Z from the surface of Earth. So the distance of point P from the center of Earth, that will be A plus Z. A is the radius of Earth. So the value of gravity G, which becomes G naught A square upon A plus Z whole square. Now the differential equation of pressure is dP is equal to minus rho G dZ. And because the temperature is constant, so by Boyle's law, P is equal to K into rho. Substituting the value of rho here, that will become P upon K. So we have obtained this differential equation, putting the value of G from here, separating the variables and integrating as we have done in the previous question. So we have obtained log of P is equal to G naught A square upon K into A plus Z plus C. C is the constant of integration. Now to eliminate C from here, let us apply the conditions. Suppose when Z is equal to A alpha, then the value of pressure is P. So this equation will become log of P is equal to G naught A square upon K into A plus Z alpha. A will be cancelled out from numerator and denominator. So log of P will become G naught A upon K into 1 plus alpha plus C. Now suppose when Z is alpha 1 into A, then the value of pressure is P1. So again putting Z is equal to alpha A1 here and P is equal to P1. From this equation we have log of P1 is equal to Z naught A upon K into 1 plus alpha 1 plus C. Let us subtract these two equations to eliminate C. So we get log of P by P1 is equal to Z naught A upon K into 1 upon 1 plus alpha minus 1 upon 1 plus alpha 1. Taking LCM and simplifying, we have obtained the value of log of P upon P1. Now let us substitute the values of P and P1. Now by the formula, pressure is equal to rho into G into H. Here H is the barometric height, which is at the point Z is equal to A alpha. The height is H inches of mercury. Rho is the density, and when the height when Z is equal to A alpha 1, the barometric height is H1 at this point. So we can put the value of P corresponding to Z is equal to A alpha and Z is equal to A alpha 1. So we get P is equal to rho into G into H, substituting the value of G. And for the first case, when the barometric height is H inches for Z is equal to A alpha, this expression will become P is equal to rho into H into G naught upon 1 plus alpha whole square. And when the barometric height is H1 corresponding to Z is equal to A alpha 1. So putting here, we get P1 is equal to rho H1 G naught upon 1 plus alpha 1 whole square. Now let us divide these two equations. So we get the value of P upon P1, which is given by H upon H1 into 1 plus alpha 1 upon 1 plus alpha whole square. Taking log on both sides, we get log of P upon P1 is equal to log of product of two terms becomes log of first term plus log of second term. Now we have obtained the value of log of P upon P1. We can substitute this value in the equation 5. So finally we have obtained log of H upon H1 plus 2 times log of 1 plus alpha 1 upon 1 plus alpha is equal to G naught A upon K into alpha 1 minus alpha upon 1 plus alpha into 1 plus alpha 1. So this proves the required result. Now, next problem. The readings of perfect mercurial barometer are alpha and beta, while the corresponding readings of the faulty barometer, in which there is some air, are A and B. We are to prove that correction to be applied to any reading C of the faulty barometer is given by the expression alpha minus A into beta minus B into A minus B upon A minus C into alpha minus A minus B minus C into beta minus B. To prove this, let us take when the reading in the faulty barometer is C, then the corresponding reading in the perfect barometer is gamma. So the correction will be the difference of gamma and C. So we are to find the value of gamma minus C. Let us take the density of the mercury is rho and the pressure of inside air in the faulty barometers. When the pressure is P1 is the pressure of inside air when the reading in the faulty barometer is A. And when the reading is B, pressure of inside air is P2. When the reading is C, then the pressure of inside air we have taken as P3. Now, because the pressure of inside air plus pressure plus the weight of mercury in faulty barometer is equal to weight of mercury in the perfect barometer. Now the pressure of inside air when the reading of faulty barometer is A, the pressure is P1, weight of mercury in the faulty barometer rho into G into A. Weight of mercury in the perfect barometer is rho into G into alpha. Similarly for the second and third case, when the readings in the faulty barometers are B and C, in that case the correct readings are beta and gamma. So the equation will become P2 plus rho GB is equal to rho into G into beta, and P3 plus rho GC is equal to rho into G into gamma. From these three equations we can find the values of P1, P2 and P3. Now let us suppose A is the area of cross sections of the barometer tube and L is the length of the tube. Now when the reading of barometer is A, let us find the volume of air in the barometer. So volume will be area of cross section into the length. Here the length is L minus A for the portion in which air is present. Now we can apply Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, when temperature is constant, P into V is constant. It means the product of pressure and the volume in the different states of the gas, that will be same. So we can say P1 into, in the first case pressure is P1 and the volume is L minus A into capital A. For the second case pressure is P2, volume is L minus B into A. For the third case pressure is P3 and the volume is L minus C into A. From these three expressions, A is cancelled from all the three. So we get P1 into L minus A is equal to P2 into L minus B is equal to P3 into L minus C. Now putting the values of P1, P2 and P3 here from the equation 1, and rho G will be cancelled from all the three expressions. So we get L minus A into alpha minus A is equal to L minus B into beta minus B is equal to L minus C into gamma minus C. Now let us consider first two expressions and combine the terms with L on one side to find the value of L from there. So value of L will be obtained. Now we are to find gamma minus C. From the equation 3, gamma minus C is given by beta minus B into L minus B upon L minus C. It means to find gamma minus C, we require the value of L minus B and L minus C. As we have obtained the value of L, so L minus B and L minus C can be obtained from here. So L minus B is obtained as by putting the value of L from the equation 5 and subtracting B from it. Taking LCM, we have obtained the value of L minus B, which is given by A minus B into alpha minus A upon alpha minus A minus beta minus B. In the same way, you can find the value of L minus C, and you can substitute the values in the expression gamma minus C. Gamma minus C is given by beta minus B into L minus B upon L minus C. So L minus B upon L minus C is obtained by dividing these two expressions and putting here. So finally we have obtained the value of correction to be applied. So this is the solution of the problem.